Here are the Faber Castell 30 Pitt Artist Pen Dual Markers. And you can see that the box was a little bit damaged from where I got it, but hopefully the markers will be okay. So we come in here and we see what, there's a little brochure. And in the back, we have all of the colors. So these ones, this is all of the colors available in this size. The Pitt Artist Pens, and I have another video on those. Those are available in more sizes. The Pitt Artist Pens, the smaller ones, those are available in more colors. But I think I'm gonna like these ones better. I feel like they're juicier. So we're gonna go through all of these and see what they look like. So the marker has two sides, and one is a fine tip and one is a brush nib. The great things about brush markers are that you can do thick or thin lines and that they have a really good coverage. The fine tip is good for drawing, for contours, for detail, and for lettering. And I would say that you should use these with the Pitt Artist pens that have a smaller brush, but the colors didn't match for me, and we're gonna go undercover on that in another video, and that one might be released soon because I already did film it, but I decided I was gonna break that one into another video. This is the Pitt Artist pen, brush pen, and you'll see that it is a much smaller brush. One of the coolest things about these markers is that they are light fast. And that's why I really like them, because there's a lot of markers out there that aren't light fast, and you can check out my video on that. But all of these are light fast, even the ones with 1 star. So 1 star means reasonable light fastness, and then 2 is high light fastness, and then 3 is maximum light fastness. So you can see a majority of them are the 3, and then there's 1 that is the 1 star, and then we have 7 that have the high light fastness, and then the rest of them are the maximum light fastness. What does light fastness means? That means these markers won't fade if you put them in the sun, which is very impressive for a marker because most markers will fade. Let's look at the marker. So even on the marker, they also put the light fastness on there. So we have the 3 stars right there. So look, if you don't have the box, look at the marker and you'll be able to see what the light fastness is for these ones. So we are going to do our swatches. This is from Coloring Bliss. I was able to meet her at Creativation this last year. And this is their multimedia, let's see, Bliss Mixed Media Paper. So 100 pounds, light texture, acid-free, 96 brightness, 271 GSM. All the information that you want to know right there. She has these lovely swatch charts right here that we can use and put all of the swatches in here. And so what we're going to do, since there's only 30 of these, is there's 60 swatches, and we're going to do like fill this one in, and then we're going to use the fine tip for the other side on that one. So, and then we'll do this. Then we'll write the name. And I am going to use these to write the names on there. So what size do we want? Probably F. Okay. And this has 1. Ooh, I like that one. That one's pretty. This one is dark chrome yellow. It's like a mac and cheese color. I'm going to come up with my own names. Oh, this one was 107. Okay. Next one is Orange Glaze. All right, the next one is going to be Scarlet Red. That one's pretty. This one is Coral. This next one is Deep Scarlet Red. Okay, the next one is Middle Purple Pink. Next one is going to be Purple Violet. And the next one is Ultramarine. The next one is Phthalo Blue. It's so weird because like a lot of these started like yellow. And I'm like, why? But we'll just go in the order that they were in the box. Next one is Sky Blue. Looks like it had something on it. I do not know how to spell sometimes. Okay, 146. Next one is Ice Blue. Next one is like light cobalt turquoise. The next one is going to be phthalo green. I hope I'm saying that right. Next one is dark phthalo green. Next one is leaf green. Next one is May green. The next one is permanent green olive. The next one is chromium green opaque. Now we get into the browns. Cinnamon. our next one is beige red. Next one is going to be sanguine. Next one is India red. Next one is green gold. Next one is raw umber. Next one is going to be dark sepia. That one's pretty. Next one is cold gray 3. Okay, the next one is going to be warm gray 3. It's a lot warmer than the other one. And our very last one is black. It's a little bit different than that one. Let's see, $1.99. All right, so here's all our colors. They are so pretty. I think this is a really pretty color palette, and it fits all nicely on this paper already. Something happened with one of the browns, I think. I don't know what was in it, but it got on the side, or I don't think that's chocolate. But anyway, something was there. who knows what it was. But these are a super pretty color palette. I love them. I think they're great. I love that they're so thick, and I love that you can do the small lines also. This is a little bit rougher side. It seems like the little bit smoother side is better for the markers. So let's come over here and do some blending. So maybe we'll do some like red into green. We'll do like a little bit of a rainbow right here. I would say definitely much better on this paper. Look at how good that blend is going right there. The thing with blending markers is you still want them to be a little wet, so you got to do it pretty quickly. That one did not want to blend. Let's see. That one stayed a little bit longer. Whoa. That one's hard. We're practicing, right? I'm going to definitely have to come back in with that green to get it to blend. But you can see it's kind of coming. Whoa. It's so dark. Okay. And then our purple, go into our purple. Let's go into our pink real fast. That way we can. That's cute. Okay. So then our blue and our red, we're having a bit of a fight right here. Oh boy. They definitely blend. It's probably a practice to blend them for sure. And now on this other side, I'm going to do a little quote, Come What May. I really like the song from Moulin Rouge. And again, with the black, I love the black. And I love how these markers, they have both of the names in them. But look at that ombre effect you get on there. And I didn't even have to use more than one. And I kind of got a little bit of ink on my hand. And I went with it. I was like, well, we're going to take this to the page. We're going to look like it wasn't an accident. And then I'm going to go through, I'm using the smaller Pitt pens to do some highlights here. So it's harder to see from a distance, but I thought it looked really cool. And now I'm going to put some flowers in here just to create like some sort of background for this. And I probably could do more to this, but I like the way that this one turned out. So this one we're not getting the different tones. It's just straight black. Which is kind of cool. Now, I don't think Faber Castell does have paint pens. Let me pull that out. I think that looked really cool right here. They just came out with these paint pens not long ago. So these are all my extras. So I think this is the acrylic paint pen that they have. They also have this one. A white artist pen. I don't know. Yeah, that one is acrylic. Let's test these out on these papers right here. Let's see. So this one's going to be a lot bigger than this one. I mean, I kind of gave a review and I said I don't love these. I mean, since we're using all, oh my gosh, should I get, that's weird. I don't know if I got some up there. Since I'm using like Faber Castell stuff, we'll just stick with this. So I'm going to put a little bit of a white outline now. It's still a little. I don't love this pen. feel like I have to like let it go first. There we go. It is what it is. It comes out really strong, but we're using the Faber Castell stuff, so. Whoa. Now it's coming out. You can hardly see that black on that purple. There you go. What do you guys think? I think that looks super cute. Yeah, I love it. So which one do you like better? That Come What May or this Come What May? I think they're both like super cute, but I'm not sure which one I like better. And now over here on the next page, we are going to try some blending methods with these to see if we can get different colors. So I picked 3 colors that are good for making other colors. So I'm going to try the yellow with the pink, magenta, and we do get an orange. My marker does get the ombre effect on it, so you could also use that. You could touch them together and get that effect. That would be really cool to get, you know, just that different effect. You can see how now it's not on there anymore, so that's also how you get the marker off. And then that blue was a little bit dark, so we're going to try a little bit lighter and see what we can get. Okay, that one's much better. So we do get a green. It's not that great, but I feel like the green looked better, not on top of the yellow, just by itself coming from the marker. And then we are going to try for a purple, and we do get a purple. I feel like that blue was really light, so if I maybe had one that was in between those 2 blues, it would have been a little bit better. But you can see that you can make new colors with these, which is really fun. And now I'm going to like streak them together and see if we can get some colors, like how this will work out. So I'm getting some purple in there and bringing it down. It looks really cool. So you can get some really cool effects. Just start playing around with them and see what you can do with them. You can have a lot of fun. And then I am just going to do the feather with a different color now. Let's see what that red looks like. They're so juicy. They're so amazing. I love them all. You can get these brush effects, and it's just really super, super pretty. And then you can have the lines. All right, we're going to try Create This Book 2, doing some prompts from it with these. But we're just going to take a random page in here. We're going to do this page, create additions to these circles. I wish this was lay flat. It's not lay flat. So I wish it was just like, okay, I can put it down. So I do have to hold it. So we're going to use these markers here to create, maybe I'll just do a little bit of a rainbow. I'm going to do something with the rainbow on this page. All right, so we got these circles. Let's make something. So I'm going to do the rainbow order. I'm going to start up here at the top with the red. I'm going to fill it in. And I do see that it bleeds through. So this is not the optimal book for this. So I have seen people do the book prompts, but do it like on a separate one. And I'm making more circles because I have more colors. So like you have the prompt or you make a copy of it and then you put it back in the book because that way it'll be easier. But I think this would be easier if it was even spiral bound a little bit better. So then that way, but you would still get, you know, the bleed through on the other side. So I'm just filling in all these circles. That yellow circle looks really sad, but these are just to get the ideas flowing, to get it going. It doesn't have to be perfect. And I'm really showing how these can fill in large areas and surfaces really quickly. So now I'm going to go through with the other side. I'm going to put little dots around that are all like the same colors. That kind of blend into one another, and I think this looks pretty fun. I could probably do a lot more with this, but the paper I really felt like was lacking, and it kind of hindered like anything else that I would want to do, just because I was like, well, the paper isn't that great. So definitely, I like this book. I like the prompts, but make sure that you get different things for it. So now I'm going to go through and I'm like, okay, that was a fun prompt. So now I'm going to do it again, but I'm going to do it on this mixed media paper that is a little bit more friendly. And I'm going to use both sides of the marker. I'm going to draw these random lines, so I'm getting even more into it. And I like the way it looks. It's kind of funky. It's kind of different, just kind of going everywhere. And they just kind of have a little bit of rules too. Whenever I do this kind of stuff, it's fun to create the rules, and you're like, oh, I broke the rule. And then I'm adding some extra lines to give it some shadow. And I actually did end up doing a little more with this after I finish, and I'll show you guys that later too. But I think this looks really fun, and it doesn't have to be perfect. I'm just trying to get the juices flowing. I'm trying to get some idea on what to do. I'm adding some black. It really creates that intensity. But once you put it on there, you have to commit. Otherwise, you're like, oh, what did I do that for? And it only half done, it doesn't work, as well. But I really like a black fine liner is amazing, and it adds so much to a page. And I mean, this isn't perfect, but it's fun. And I'm like, okay, this looks good so far.
It seems like a little bit smoother.
And here's the finished piece. I added some gray for shadows, and I also added some dots, some black dots. And I feel like I could do even more to this piece on this page because this paper is so great. We're going to start a new segment at the end of the videos, and it's going to be, what did I learn doing this video? And the first thing that I learned is that to create this book, it's from Amazon, and the paper is not good quality at all. I love the prompts from Moriah Elizabeth, but if you're going to do these, and I kind of saw this in another video from some creators, is they use the ideas in the book, but they use a different paper, and then they cut and paste those ideas into the book. Another thing I learned is that it is best to use these markers on smooth paper if you want to blend them. Otherwise, they'll dry out way too fast and you won't be able to get any blending. Another thing I learned in this video that we're going to see in the next video is that these colors don't match the Pitt Artist pens, which they're supposed to. So it really kind of stinks to be able to use them together. And I don't know if it was a mistake in the box that I had and they're remedying it, or if it's a common mistake across the product line. And the last thing that I learned is that these are big, juicy markers and that they are some of my faves. Hope you guys have a great day, and we'll see you in the next video.